Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Siboga TV, which is your number one political channel. Today, I want us to have a conversation about Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and Fred Okengo Matiang'i. As you know, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is a very easygoing person. And whenever we approach any political election, you will find Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka becomes a very important person. You will find that each political divide always wants Kalonzo Musyoka to be on their side. For example, let us look at 2022 presidential election. The political divide was about the side of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and the side of William Samoei Arap Ruto. You will find that William Samoei Arap Ruto was actually searching for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka so that he can bring him to his side. And at the same time, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was actually doing the same. He was doing all he can to make sure that he wins the heart of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka so that he can be on his side. And whenever you find Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka actually moves to the other side, now you will find the other side will actually start to be a bit abusive to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. For example, there is a time that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka was not on the side of Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And by that time, Raila Amolo Odinga actually nicknamed Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka as a watermelon during the time of Kibaki. And sometimes people say that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka does not actually know what he wants. That Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is a person who can actually be taken to any side. But what are the reasons which makes any political divide to go for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? But if you look at what is happening currently, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, by now he is with the side of Rigathi Gachagua. But the government of this republic, the side of William Samoei Arap Ruto, is doing all it can to make sure that it brings Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to his side. It attracts Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to his side. And that is why Kithure Kindiki is not giving up on Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And at this time, the side of William Samoei Ruto, Kindiki is saying that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is a very good person. He doesn't want to be on the side which has always been abusing other people. And they are telling Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka that you are a good man, that you need to be on our side. You need to be on the government side so that also you can get a good job because you are a good person. But at this time, you look, we also have Fred Okengo Matiang'i on the other side. But the government is not actually putting any effort to reach for Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Why is things like this? Why all the time any political divide is looking for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, when you will find that we have other political leaders who are also very important? If they move to another political divide, it can actually help that political divide to have the numbers. But you will find that the other person, like now, the government can leave going to Fred Okengo Matiang'i, but they are eyeing Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka so that they can attract Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to move to the side of the government. Why are things like so? That is actually what I want to break for you. But before we break it down, I could request you kindly to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like. Share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then it is good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also, make sure you hit the notification bell, because once you do that, you give YouTube permission so that you can get notified to watch any political content that we upload into YouTube. And now, let us go back to the topic. Why all the time we go towards the end of election, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has always been seen to be a man of interest to any political divide? You will always find that the side of opposition will always do what it can to attract Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And at the same time, you will also find that the side of the government will always be doing all it can to attract Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to their side. Why is that? And for currently, we are looking, why is Rigathi Gachagua want to stick with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? And why does the government want also to have Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to move to their side? But the side of Rigathi Gachagua doesn't see Fred Okengo Matiang'i. And at the same time, the side of the government doesn't see Fred Okengo Matiang'i. The reasons are very clear that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has never made it very clear what he wants once he moves or once it comes to the time of election. For example, you can see Fred Okengo Matiang'i has made it very clear that he's going for the presidency of this nation, even if he has not said that it is a must. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has said that he's going for presidency, but still people are pursuing him. It means that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has never been serious, and he has never been meaning what he says. And that is why people will say, will see that we must go for Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. And you will find that they always succeed with that, either from either side, either the side of opposition or the side of what? The government. So Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is not decisive on whatever he wants. He is not a person who say, this is the road, and he sticks with that. And that is why people see him as a good person in quotes. And when he is not in their side, they will say, this is an indecisive person. This is a man who doesn't know what he wants. This is a watermelon. But look at Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Fred Okengo Matiang'i has said he wants to go for presidency. And many people know it very clearly that it will be very, very difficult to persuade Matiang'i to move probably to the side of what? Of the government, or to the side of what? Opposition. And that is why you will find that bullying Fred Okengo Matiang'i is not easy, but bullying Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is a bit easy. You can tell Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, come to our side. We are going to make you to be, or we are going to give you this and these positions, or this position for you and these positions for other friends of your political party or of your region. And you will find that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka get convinced easily. Another reason which actually makes political divide to want to have Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has always been having a one package. He has been having the package of the forts of Ukambani. He has been dominating in Ukambani. He has always been controlling the Ukambani politics. And that means once you have Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, then you are very sure I have the fruits of campaign. So that's another thing which makes both political divides want to have Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. They are very assured of 2 million votes. And this makes Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to be quite attractive to the either side of the political divide. And because also they know it is easier to convince Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, then that makes Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to be like a hot cake of both political divides. And for now, if you look at the side of Rigathi Gachagua is saying that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka ni mtu mungwana. He cannot betray the Kenyans because he knows Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is on his side. But if Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka will come to the other side, then you will hear people from the side of Rigathi Gachagua saying that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is a watermelon. But now, let us look at the man we call Fred Okengo Matiang'i. Fred Okengo Matiang'i is very decisive. He knows what he wants, and he knows how to go about it. And that is why, since now Fred Okengo Matiang'i knows that I want to use Jubilee as a political party. And once I use Jubilee, I will achieve A, B, C, D. And then you will find that Fred cannot actually move backwards again. He will stick with that decision. And many people will know, even if we negotiate with this person now, this person has already made his mind. He's doing what he wants. You add, when Rigathi Gachagua was trying to relay a kind of instructions to Fred Okengo Matiang'i, that if you want to be with us, then you must have a tribal party from your what? From your village or from your region. Then you can move. If you are able to control that region, you can come into the what? Into the national table. But Fred knows that I can be in the national table even without doing that. And he knows to be on the national table, he wants to use what? A political party which appears to have what? To have that appearance to be composed of all Kenyans, which will give him a national outlook. So Fred is very decisive. He knows what he wants, and he will always go for it. It's a person, once he has made his mind, you cannot bully him behind. But Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is indecisive. And that is why you will find he's always bulled. Even last time, he was the deputy, the running mate of Raila Amolo Odinga, and he was removed from that. And that position in 2022 actually was given to what? To Martha Karua, because they know once they put Martha Karua in that position, then it will be easy to convince Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to take up another seat. What do you have to say about this politics of Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? Why do we get that as we move closer to elections, you will find that each political divide wants to have Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka? And I would like you to give me your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to bump into this YouTube channel, I request you kindly to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. Also hit the notification bell so that at any moment we come up with any political content, then YouTube can be in that position to notify you so that you can watch the content. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel and they always keep watching our videos, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly, because you always give us the inspiration to continue with this kind of political analysis. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political conversation. Goodbye.